guys, welcome back. If you are new here, hi, my name is Shayna, and in my little corner of the internet, we talk about spooky history of all kinds. And if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell because I'm here for you on Wednesdays. I also have a podcast called Spooky History with Shayna Blake, and that is where the audio of my videos are, but I will not have this audio in my podcast this week. Today I just thought we'd have kind of a laid back video. I'd answer some of your questions and we just have a grand old time. I have to give you a warning, I'm gonna be barefaced, so prepare yourself. Anyways, let's get into the video. Let's answer your guys' questions, if I can find them. Everything that I use will be listed down below. So any moisturizers or anything that you see me put on my face, I will have linked below. If it's still even available, because some of this stuff I've had for a few years. Okay, so the first question is, what movie scares you the most? I'm gonna have to look this one up, because there's this one movie that I feel like has just scarred me. I'm gonna find it. Hang on. Okay, it was the movie Insidious. That movie traumatized me. That's the one where the son ends up in like a coma, but the son really, like, while he sleeps, his soul like comes out of his body and he like astroplanes, I think is what it's called. And he gets trapped by this demon type thing, and then they realize that their house is becoming haunted because a bunch of spirits want to take over the son's body, and so the father goes and astroplanes, whatever, to go and try to save his son. That is like the creepiest movie I have ever seen in my life. I refuse to rewatch it. It scares me so bad. Okay, my next question is, how old was I when I found an interest in true crime, unsolved or solved mysteries? Well, I don't know what age I was, but I remember watching the Unsolved Mysteries show, and I loved that show. I would just sit there and just watch it. Like, it would be like back to back to back episodes, like a marathon or something on TV. I was just fascinated. I don't know. It just, the mystery of what could have happened to these people or who did it just got my mind going, and I just thought it was fascinating. And then it also did haunted episodes where there would be like a haunted story in it, and I just thought that was so cool. I heard this question and I was like, when did I become so into this stuff? Because it feels like as long as I could remember, you know? But when I really think about it, I really think that that show is what got me into it all, you know? And then of course with the ghost stories and stuff, my mom and I, every Wednesday night, we would watch the Ghost Hunters because it came out every Wednesday. I think it was tradition. I would come home, she would come home from work, we'd get ready for bed, we'd lay on the couch, turn all the lights off, and we would just sit there and watch Ghost Hunters. And it'd have like 1 or 2 episodes, and we were just like, oh, we just loved Ghost Hunters. We still watch it. It's called Taps now. They just came back. It's got Steve, Tango, and Jason, and then some other girl is with them. And every now and then some of the other older crew will come back. But now my husband and I watch it, and so it's just like never ending. I feel like I will always be watching that show unless they just stop making it. That and Ghost Adventures. We do watch Ghost Adventures. Sometimes Ghost Adventures can get a little too scary, and so we can't always watch scary stuff because when we're awake, our kids are awake usually. Okay, and my next question was, what's your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show? I guess it depends, because I have a few. Like, my favorite TV show since I was little to now, and we still watch, is SpongeBob. Oh, okay, I got it. My favorite TV show, I want to say 2, because I've watched them over and over. The first one is The Haunting of Hill House that came out on Netflix. That's my favorite. I'm not much of a fan of the second season that came out. I really like the first season. That's my favorite. We've watched that a few times. And then my other favorite show is The Office. I think that show is hilarious. I tried to get my mom to watch it, and she's just like, I don't get why it's so funny. Like, you just don't understand. Just some people, I guess, don't have that kind of sense of humor. I don't know, but I've rewatched it like 3 times, I think. I heard the UK one is just like the same and that I might like it too, but I don't know. I just can't make myself watch another version. You know what I mean? But maybe I should try it. Anywhoosies, moving on. Why did you decide to start a YouTube channel about spooky history? Everything that has to do with a mystery, I seem to find very fascinating. Whether it's cryptoids, whether it's hauntings, really old stuff. Honestly, if I had a better memory, I feel like I would be an awesome history buff, but I have a terrible memory. It's just gotten worse as I got older. And then you've got true crime. I just find it all so fascinating, and I'm not one to really go and ghost hunt. I am one that really wants to know why things are the way they are or where things started. Like the last video I did where I talked about the Wendigo. When I was researching that video, I kind of found out like how the Wendigo could have came about. And then through generations, the stories just could have just really blown out of proportion. And I find that fascinating. It's also really interesting that there could be a monster out in the woods. You know what I mean? But the way my mind goes is, or I automatically think there must be a logical reason for this. So I like researching that, and I feel like there's not a ton of YouTubers out there. There might be, I just may not have found them, but not a ton of YouTubers out there that are interested in what I'm interested in, which is a true crime where, you know, I try to do a deep dive at the haunted locations, like when the building was built, who died, things like that. And then of course, like I said earlier, the cryptoids, like where did it all start and then where is it at now? You know what I mean? I find it very interesting, and I've been watching YouTube for a long time, and I wanted to make a channel. My family was all for it. I kind of gave them some options. I was like, okay, here's what I'm good at. What should I do? If I were to make a YouTube channel, what would it be about? Like pick a topic. And most of them were like, this one, because you'll never get bored of it, because I'm always interested in this stuff. Ooh, I'm gonna break stuff. My next question is, what other YouTubers who do what you do inspire you on YouTube? There's a few that I watch. One that I do watch is Stephanie Harlow. She does true crime. She's really good. She does really good deep dives. She finds out everything there is about the killer, about the victim's family, about the killer's family. She just finds out anything and everything that there is to know. And I love that. I love watching her stuff. She's a very good YouTuber. Another one that I watch is Bailey Sarian. She's really good. She does the makeup murder mystery Mondays. She's really good. There is Haley Reese. I do enjoy watching her content. She'll have some Reddit stories. She has started up on some true crime stuff, but she seems like a really sweet person, and I've watched her for a couple years. I don't watch all of her stuff. There's just some stuff I'm like, it's a little far out there for me. I do watch most of her episodes. I do find them really interesting, and she's really nice. She's a really nice girl. But she's been doing YouTube for a very long time too. And then another one that I like is Kendall Ray. She does really good true crime too. Believe it or not, I don't watch a ton of the ghost stuff because I just feel like people try to make it really, really scary. And I'm more of, I want to know the history about it more than I want to be scared by it. If that makes sense. It may not make any sense, and I'm sorry. That's just the way it's coming out. It's all good. What else? We're almost done. These next 2 questions were from, if you remember, my sister-in-law Jana. She came onto my show back in October talking about her haunted house. She decided to ask me a couple questions. So let's see. Hers were, what's the dumbest thing you ever did and what do you regret most? Also, what age would you want to relive? I have a feeling she asked me that age question because I turned 30 on the 17th of January. So not too happy about it, but whatever. Okay, so what's the dumbest thing you ever did and what do you regret most? Honestly, a lot of my youth I regret. I didn't make the best decisions. Like, I wish I would have paid more attention in school, like actually tried I was not one that was really interested in school. So I've been to 3 schools, and the second school that I went to, I was at the longest, and I was in band, and I loved it. It was so fun. I left my junior year and went to another school. I didn't join their band, and I really wish I would have, because I could have tried for like a scholarship, something like that. I didn't do it, and I regret it. Some other things I regret are some of the guys I dated while I was in high school. I feel like I could have went on just fine without having them in my life. Not my husband. I did date him when I was in high school. I'm not talking about my husband. I'm talking about other people. Like, I could have done just fine without having to deal with those types of people. That is overall what I regret. What age would I relive? Honestly, I don't know. I don't think there's one specific age that I would want to relive. Like, I would probably want to relive my high school days as a whole, so I could redo it, like I said. But I don't think there's one specific age that I would want to relive, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of a hard question for me for some reason. We're almost done. It's the last question. If you could visit any apparently haunted location, what would it be? Well, my husband and I want to go to Edinburgh. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. I think it's in Ireland. Scotland. Sorry. It's in Scotland, not Ireland. We've listened to some of the lore podcasts and stuff, and my husband's looked into some history on Edinburgh. It just seems like a really cool place to go. And we've never been outside the US, so I think it would be really cool to go. It would cost more money than what we currently have, but we would like to save up and go for like a week or something like that, go and experience new things. And I hear it's a really haunted place, and so I think it'd be really fun. But those are all your questions. Thank you guys for sending me in some questions to answer. I just wanted to have kind of a fun video this week because the weekend that I'm recording this, the Monday was my birthday, and then the 20th is my 1-year anniversary of uploading to YouTube, and I was like, I just want to make something kind of fun. You know what I mean? Something a little laid back. I do have some fun videos coming up the next couple weeks. Really interesting stories that I'm excited to share. But that is going to be it for me today, guys. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. It does help out my channel. And also, if you are into podcasts, I do have a podcast called Spooky History with Shayna Blake, and that is where the audios of my videos go. The audio for this video won't be on my podcast, obviously, but all my other videos will be in the podcast. So if that's something you're interested in, I will have the link down in my description. But other than that, guys, I hope you have a very blessed day, and I will see you all next week. Bye!